What up, people? It's your boy, Master Chudy, out here with another comic review. So, I'm going through a lot of the comics that I've had for a while, and I have The Spirits of Vengeance number 2, War at the Gates of Hell. Cover is nice. I can only say that I wish that the cover art was reflected in the inside because this is a more defined, and Ghost Rider's proportions are nice. But unfortunately, the art doesn't reflect it. It wasn't bad, but it's like you could do better. But anyway, I did enjoy the book as I read it, but let's get through it. So you have Spirits of Vengeance. We see that a dying angel apparently gave Ghost Rider that bullet, so it's nice to know about that. But last issue, Hellstrom and Johnny Blaze were trying to investigate this phenomena, so they inquired Blade about help. So we have Victor Gischler as the writer, David Baldion as the artist, Andres Mosa, the color artist, Corey Petit, the letterer, Dan Mora, and David Curell did the cover. Axel Alonso, who is now fired, was the editor-in-chief, but Chris Robinson is the editor. So we'll see how this goes. So we get into a rare collectible books, basically a bookshop. And we see that Hellstrom is here with his boys, Blade and Ghost Rider here. And it's like, thank you, Edgewater, for accommodating me. He's like, I'm always happy to assist a long-time clients, Mr. Hellstrom. Thank you for phoning ahead. Gave me time to retrieve this particular tome from the archives. And then he's like, obliged. What do I owe you? He's like, on the house, Mr. Hellstrom. And he's like, okay, that's generous, but why? Compensation, you see. How do I put this? Most embarrassing. I hope you realize it's nothing personal. You and the half-breed are free to leave. Mr. Blaze, however, stays. He's like, what? He's like, why is that? You know why, Mr. Hellstrom. Sorry, Johnny's with me. It's like, huh? I rather thought that might be your reaction. Demon time, and he's like, book browsers, my ass. We just see everybody's getting ready to throw down. And of course, see, this doesn't look like Ghost Rider. It's weird. It's weird. But anyway, we just see that Ghost Rider and Blade get ready to throw down. We just see Clinton fight, and you didn't think a field trip to a used bookstore would be any fun. So they all go in, take out these demons, and they do their thing. Boom. Ghost Rider's just wrecking house, defeating them, throwing them down, and we just see. I think this is the last one. He's like, huh. It's like, maybe not. We just see, I'm disappointed, Eduardo. After giving you so much of my business over the years, it's like, did he violate your trust, Hellstrom? You wanted Johnny Blaze, Demon Cockroach? Well, you got the Ghost Rider. Be careful what you wish for. So, he's about to execute him. It's like, Johnny, don't. It's like, let's have a friendly chat. So, later, we see that Hellstrom is like, has him bound up. He's like, if you'd like to find your way back to my good graces, Eduardo, then I suggest you tell me what's going on. It's like, of course. It's like, of course, Mr. Hellstrom, dreadfully sorry. It's like, dreadfully sorry. So, he's basically telling him there's a bounty on Johnny's head. And he's like, and they're trying to find out why. He's like, I don't know. The instructions were quite simple. Get Blaze and recover the silver, that's all. And he's like, who ordered the bounty? I haven't a clue, but the messenger was Raisin, the one they called the Night Jackal. She insisted the job had to be done by tomorrow night. She was very clear on that point. I swear that's all I know. And so they're like, they want this. It's like, they want the silver tomorrow, and they realize that something's coming. And we see that it's the. Dang. We see that it's the Covenant that's coming. So they basically go into history about silver pieces that were created. We see that yes, the gloomy creature who serves you brought them. So right, this is in Mexico. And it's like, I told you this is no normal metal I'm working on here. I'm not chewing a horse. Only the fires of the earth itself are hot enough to bend it to my will. But right now the spirit is fragmented. You need all the pieces if you want the weapon to reach its full potential. Then this dude in the shadows is like, you'll have them. Ever my dwarven brethren worked in the eternal forges, but only I dare to do something like this to achieve the forbidden. Bring me the rest of the silver Necrodamus, and I shall forge you a weapon to shake the world to its foundations. So Blade asks, what's the Covenant? It's like it's an ancient agreement that basically um, a diplomatic summon that's held every 1,000 years between heaven and hell. So it's like a peace treaty, basically. And they're like saying, why every 1,000 years? Why not? These eternal beings are fighting an endless war, Johnny. Once in a millennium is just the usual Friday meeting to them. Earth is a battleground. Humanity is caught in the middle, and the war never ends. But it's a war with rules of engagement. He's like, once every 1,000 years, both sides form a demilitarized zone, a portal where their emissaries meet to discuss terms, air grievances, trade prisoners, or whatever is needed. And neither side makes a move on the other, because to do so would mean nothing less than mutually assured destruction. Because the balance between heaven and hell is that precise, it's been that way since the dawn of time and will remain that way, unless something comes along to tip the scales, which would be the silver. And we see that the silver is not ordinary silver, but it's basically the silver that Judas used, that received when he betrayed Jesus Christ. Which means that there are more of these pieces out there, that somebody's basically weaponizing them. History's oldest Cold War. Meanwhile, we see that all of the people who have seen this silver, which included the one that Hellstrom's accompanist, somebody's been just killing them. So she gets murdered. Agnes. Then the fat dude right here, who also saw it, said, go ahead, you'll be doing me a favor. So it's like he's been expecting him. She's dead. And, this guy's like, very good raisin. Anyone who's seen the silver or talked to our enemies will be silenced. So they've been killing him. So we go to Southern Indiana, and we have, like, these Satanists about to sacrifice this chick. Then we see a woman here. So they're about to grab her. It's like, and so basically, we have our female team member right here, and she burns them all to hell. It's like, and just murders them for like attempting to kill this girl, and she just kills him the best way. It's like kissing strange men. Father wouldn't approve, and we just see Hellstrom right here saying, very drawbreak, brother. When one's father happens to be Satan, it's difficult to predict what he would or wouldn't approve of. Is there a reason you're here bothering me while I'm working? And she just shows him the silver, and she's like, no way. So meanwhile, we are at this place called Gethsemane Flats, and we see Necrodominus calling a couple of people. They come in, and we have this sick thing of angels right here being chained up. And then we see that this man is here for a weapons test. And apparently this angel is skeptical, saying that you can shoot me, like I'm just going to come back. But this weapon is different because it's obliterated all of the angels from existence. And, his clientele, which are demons, happen to be pleased. Like, okay, we got a new weapon to tip the scales. Like, you have our full attention. And then we move on to the next story to be continued. And we got some panels right here. Which seems pretty good. Hope Ghost Rider looks like this in the next issue, but hey. So, this was a pretty intriguing one. Gives some background on what everything is. We got some action. We got an introduction to all of our characters now. Pretty good. I will say that I wish that the art on the cover looked like the art in the book. It's just more eye-grabbing, and Ghost Rider's just looking back Ghost Rider, but, this is a good quality Marvel book for the moment being, and I'll take what I can get. Give it a 7.5 out of 10. So, thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to get my views out there and discuss some good comics and see what y'all got to say. Thank y'all for watching. I should have more videos up later today.